Thank you. I'm going to talk about challenges of remote operated vessels briefly. First of all, the reason why we're here is we're looking at startup companies from this region. So if anyone out here thinks they have a good company who can contribute to what we do, just be in touch with us and send comments through Pigeonhole or just send us emails and such. I will just go through first why we are doing this, why we're developing unmanned systems and unmanned vessels and the challenges we have with those, and then one slide just telling what is our end goal and where we are trying to get with our development work. This is showing the crew reality of crew members in future. So these statistics show that by 2022 there will be close to 100,000 crew members shortfall in the industry. So we will need new ways to operate the vessels to cope with this. The marine industry is not so interesting topic anymore. Young people don't want to work there. I think startup companies are more luring than going out to the sea for long times. And another statistics from US say that US alone will need 70,000 new sailors by 2022. So it is big numbers. If you compare that, this is roughly 18% of the whole manning of worldwide crew members. Another reason why we're doing this is the environment itself. If you think you're going to go out to the sea and work there for, say, 9 months straight without any connection to anywhere, no Facebook, no Instagram, no internet connection or anything, it might sound like a dull idea for many of the youngsters today. And also the environment is unsafe. Today we have annually about 900 injuries or persons killed in maritime industry, which is a really, really high number. So we need to address safety as well. And by taking people out of the vessels, we believe that the industry will become more safer and we will tempt new people working in the industry itself. Then a bit about the challenges we have today. It's hard to make any one-to-one benchmarking to any existing industries because nothing is like this. You have, like you heard previously, we have self-driving cars, we have drones, but they are slightly different because they're not in that sense transporting either goods or human beings. So we cannot make any benchmarking to any existing when we are creating these kind of solutions for unmanned shipping. And also one of the challenges we have that everything on board a vessel today, it's designed to be on board that vessel. So if you have, for example, a user interface, it is designed so that you use it on board a vessel and at sea, and it's designed for those rough conditions. So if you move all of that away, it doesn't make sense just to copy that same thing and same methodology of working to shoreside as well. The remote control itself requires a new way of thinking. So today you operate a ship mainly using by autopilot on long voyages, and then on shorter voyages using manual control. But that manual control is fully based on real-time control and that you're on board that vessel. But in future, when you're controlling remotely, you're not anymore controlling real time, you're in near real time. So that means that you have to think differently how you control the vessel. So instead of doing something now, you do something in future, and then you anticipate what your future actions will be like. So this is one of the key challenges as well. And when we are thinking of new ways of controlling vessels, the research results show that these two devices on the right-hand side are the best ways of learning new things. So when you are trying to teach some kind of new user interface or new way of controlling something, a lot of the young people today already know how to use PlayStation or Xbox controller. So instead of teaching something totally new, we might just take something like this and then control vessel through gamification of it. There are different things that involve there if you go that route, but that's a different challenge. To some extent, there already is some systems made for unmanned vessels. Those are mainly for naval vessels, and there the challenge is that they are quite expensive. So on an unmanned naval vessel, just a camera set might be about $2 million. So that is not commercially viable if you have to do that same on 1,000 vessels or 100 vessels. So we need to also look at the commercial solution available in the industry today, and what can we take from there and move that to our domain. So there are a lot of similarities, but nothing is quite like the same. Then going to the exact challenges that we need to solve. One of the most important things is the ship senses. today, operating a ship is fully based on sensing. So you sense something, and something is happening, and you feel that change. So how can you do that same control, and how can you feel the vessel when you're not on board it? That is one big challenge. Connectivity is another thing. I think some of you may noticed today also that when you try to use the Wi-Fi here, it's not the fastest one. Think of controlling a vessel through that Wi-Fi. It might be a bit challenging. Then the understanding of other vessels. This is the same as the self-driving car industry is facing. We have to anticipate what the others are doing. And it's same at sea as it is on roads, that we cannot anticipate what the other guy is doing. We can just guess how he's going to work, but it's not 100% sure that he's going to work like that. Then communication is essential regarding local knowledge and local languages. A lot of the communications between vessels and shore is done through VHF today, and it's then about local language and local dialects and how you use English language and so on. So knowing that globally, it's a challenging task in itself. Today, vessel operation is really boring, so we have to address that as well. So we have to, when you're doing the same things remotely, it has to have some kind of vigilance to it. So it's not like it is today that you just monitor and watch out to sea and what's happening around you. So you have to maintain the situation awareness at all times. When we're talking about autonomous systems and robotic systems, also the inhuman issues are critical. So when there's no one on board, it should still come across as humane solution. And for example, if you have an emergency situation and that vessel needs to help someone in distress, like a sailor, then we have to solve that, how you do that without humans on board. This is our end goal. So we want the operators themselves to feel like Q from Bond, so that they feel like they are the coolest guy with the coolest gadgets in the world. But at the same time, we also want them to feel that they are in the most relaxed place in the world and they have no worry in the world. To achieve this, it's a bit of a challenging task, but that's what we're trying to achieve. And if you have something that you believe that will help us in solving the challenges we have, just be in touch with us. And to end up, this is the thing what we're doing. And instead of predicting the future, we're trying to create the future for maritime industry itself. Thank you.